How are you? How has been your day? I hope this Monday had not been so stressful. Have you eaten? I hope you have taken your dinner. It's 8 p.m. You should have eaten your dinner by now. And settle down as we go in deeper into the topic we started last week. Last week we were looking at the topic, the beautiful monster. And I hope you are not scared. The monster had not scared you off. Thank you for appearing again this week. It's going to be lovely because this week we are going to be unveiling some secrets and mysteries about sex, and it's going to be wonderful. The coming weeks, we believe that God is going to educate us, and it's going to be powerful. I thank God for the crew members of GOFtv. They've been wonderful. If you know any of them, please just hug them for me and say, I love them. We are going to come back in a few seconds as we look very deeply into the topic of sex as we unveil this mystery. God bless you. See you soon. Sex is like a coin with two sides. It's good, it's bad, depending on which side of the coin you are exposed to. I remember, let me tell you certain things. I'm going to be talking today. I'm not going to be teaching as I do regularly. I'll be talking today. Parents often tell their children, especially when the children is approaching puberty. We're still going to be talking about puberty and some other things later. You should know that puberty is when you are reaching the age of maturity. For a guy, your voice changes, you begin to have beards, then you get muscular, then your productive system gets probably a bit enlarged, and some other things will begin to happen. You have hair on your pubic areas, and some other things happens to you. For a lady, your breast is developed, your voice also changes. For some ladies, your voice changes, your look changes. Some ladies will begin to have some, let me use the regular word, pimples on their faces, while some will become more hairy than they used to be. You have hair growing up in your pubic areas, and get broader, you too get broader. Some ladies just, start picking up weight and size, and other things begin to happen. But today is not, we are not here to discuss puberty today. We are here to discuss this issue of sex. Some parents will tell their children when they are reaching this age of puberty and say, don't let a guy touch you. If a guy should touch you, you are going to get pregnant. Don't let them touch, don't even let a guy talk to you. Once a guy stops you and talk to you, you get pregnant. And then some guys too, the father will be telling them, be very careful in this house. Be very careful if you go and bring one lady to me in this house, that the lady is pregnant. I'm going to disown you. I'm going to do that. Don't touch any lady. Don't even talk to any girl. I forbid you from talking to any girl. Now, this person or these children that you are talking to, they go back to school, they are doing their regular things, talking to their friends who is a lady or a girl. The girl is talking to boys who is also a friend. And then they discover that they are not pregnant. And probably one day the guy touches them, touch their hand, touch their head, touch their body, And then they discover that, hey, maybe I'm pregnant. Maybe I'm pregnant. The fear came on them, but then they realized that they are not pregnant. Then they began, you have woken up something in them. They become inquisitive, naturally inquisitive. They want to know this issue of getting pregnant. What's it about? How do you really get pregnant? Because my mom told me that if a guy touches me, I become pregnant. Now a guy have touched me, I did not get pregnant. What exactly will make me to be pregnant? Now Google is there. They began to make some internet search. I remember when I was doing my teacher training, there is something that happened. I was still very young then. I was a teacher. Each time I remember this story I want to share with you now, I wish I had done something different. Honestly, I always wished in my heart that I had known better. If it were to be this time, I wouldn't have done what I did then. And what was it? This young lady came, a student. I think she was in SS1 or SS2. She came to me, sat in front of me, because by the grace of God, they respect me a lot. They call me pastor in the school. She came, she sat down. She said she had, listen very well, she had an uncle. She's staying with an uncle, and the uncle wanted to, the uncle is married, but they've been trying to have a baby. They've been trying to have a baby for a while, and it is not working out. And the lady now said to me that the problem is that it's like our uncle do not know how sex is done. That's how she painted the story. A married uncle who is trying to have a child, but they are having problem in the area of sex. The uncle do not know how to do sex, how sex is done, how to perform. Then I sat her down and told her, tell your uncle 1, 2, 3 that the uncle should do this, the uncle should do that, the uncle should do this, the uncle should do that. It was later, after some years, that I remember that scenario, and it dawned on me. It's possible this lady had come to me. Maybe she was trying to try out sex, and she's been having problem. And then she wanted to know how to maneuver her way and start having sex. I have probably educated the wrong person. And that's why I don't want us to educate the wrong people now. This generation is different. From the age of 10, 12, your children must know what sex is. Yes, I mean it. 10, 12. There are some ladies, some girls that at the age of 10, they are already menstruating. At the age of 11, they are already menstruating. 12, they are already menstruating. So please, you don't waste time. You don't waste time. This generation is different from when you and I were growing up. Now, sex. Let me tell you some lies that have been spread about sex. Let's just talk about it. They've said to us that sex is sinful. You don't have sex at all. You don't have sex at all. Sex is sinful. Sex is ungodly. Only the sinners have sex. Once you have sex, you are going to hell. And that's why some people will even get married and still be ashamed to have sex. Although they are married, but they'll still be running from their husband, from their wife. They don't want to have sex. Sex is beautiful. I'm still coming to that. Another lie that has been spread about sex is that it is the reason for living. Some people believe that sex is like a goal you set for yourself. I'm talking to you now, you that you are hearing me. That you have said, oh, I can't wait for the day I'm going to have sex. Oh, sex. It's like a goal in your life. It's like something you are planning for. Another lie is that sex is a sign that you are a real man. That until you have sex, you are not a real man. In fact, ladies have this slogan that you are not a real woman until you have sex. That it is sex, good sex, that makes you a woman. In Yoruba, sorry for those who don't hear Yoruba. Yoruba is a language in Nigeria. They said, "O ti dobìnrin tó bá ti ní ìbálòpọ̀ pé ìbálòpọ̀ ló máa ń sọ̀yàn dobìnrin." Àwọn kan náà máa sọ wípé ìbálòpọ̀ ló ń sọ̀yàn dọkùnrin. That is wrong. They believe that sex makes you a real man, and only real men have sex. That is another lie. Another set of people believe that it is a sign that you are in love. That if truly you are in love with somebody, you prove and you show it by having sex with the person. That once you have sex with someone, it shows that truly you are in love with the person. They believe that until you have sex, you don't really love me. If you love me, you give me your body. If you truly love me, you are going to expose yourself to me. Then some set of people believe that without sex, you will become sick. They've told so many guys like that. I remember when I was growing up, I had something like that also. That if you are holding your sperm in your body for a very long time, your scrotum will become enlarged, and then it's going to burst. Some people say that if you hold your sperm in for a long time, that you are going to fall sick. That it's going to, that sperm will flow into your body and affect your health. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. And some people believe that it makes you young or grow old. That when you have sex, you become younger. But when you are not having sex, you look old, and then you look, medically speaking, sex also makes you healthier, and sex is good. We are still going to talk about the positive aspect of sex, but not today. Still telling us about the lies about sex. Let me tell you two more. Some people also believe that sex will always sex is good because as a human being you have what we call sexual urge, and since you have sexual urge, sex is meant to satisfy your sexual urge. In other words, any time and every time you have urge to have sex, you have to satisfy it. That's a lie. That's a lie. Another thing that have been said about sex is that it is evil, it is bad, and that it is only good for procreation. You don't have sex unless you want to have a child. That's another lie. I remember a couple who don't have sex. They don't. The woman will not allow the man to come near her. Why? She believes, she has been taught and told that she must only have sex when she's ready to have a child. That is another lie. If you are a married man, if you are a married woman, have sex regularly. Let me stop here. But before I stop here, let me tell us 5 things about sex. I'll just mention them. Number 1 is that sex is created by God for a reason, for a purpose. And don't let us bastardize the purpose of sex. Number 2 is that natural hunger in human for sex is normal. Naturally feeling that you want to have sex is normal. Man of God, pastor, workers, members in the church, youth, let me talk to you again. That feeling that you want to have sex is normal. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. It's normal. It will come regularly. At least for a guy, it comes almost every day or sometimes in a week. For ladies, at least sometimes in a month. When you are approaching your menstrual period or during your menstrual period or immediately after your menstrual period, it's possible you have this urge for sex. And for some ladies, it's also like a man. They have sexual urges almost all the time. So another thing that you realize about sex is that premarital sex is premarital sex is bad, is sinful. You must avoid it. It's bad. But sex is good, pure, and when you do it within the confines of marriage, is enjoyable. Let me repeat what I said. Premarital sex is bad, is evil, is ungodly. But sex within the confines of marriage is pure, is holy, is sweet, is enjoyable, and you should not run away from it. And lastly, because of our time, self-control and discipline is highly needed to avoid self-indulgence. Listen, that is what we call self-discipline. That's what we call self-indulgence. People who are not self-disciplined practice self-indulgence. Self-indulgence is you trying to satisfy yourself sexually by the means of masturbation and other tools, sexual tools that are available in market today. I've told you I'm going to be blunt during this series. I'm going to say a lot of things that children should not hear. And if you are too holy to hear what I'm saying now, you have to check yourself. There is nobody that is too holy to hear issues about sex. You should open wide your ears and listen to these episodes. Sex is great, it's beautiful, it's awesome. Only when you do it within the confines of marriage. I love you. If you look at the screen now, you will see some details being displayed on your screen. You are going to see the number that you can use to contact us. It's a WhatsApp number. It's WhatsApp enabled. You can call us using that number. You can text us. You can reach us. Then the email address also, you can use it to reach us. And then the official GOFtv channels on Facebook, on YouTube, please use it to contact us also. If you have been blessed, or if you have questions, or you need help, please contact us using any of the links displayed on the screen. We love you. We celebrate you. Join us tomorrow for parenting tips, and also join us on Friday for the session on politics. We love you. We bless God for this opportunity. See you again next week, Monday. Bye.